Hello, my name is Sirrano Keith Baldeo, and I'm the president of the Dallas Pulse newspaper. I am the challenger for Dallas District 10. So I came to show you where I work best. This is one of the most dangerous areas that there is in Dallas District 10. It's Ardelia and Royal Street, Royal Lane. I work best over here. I work best out on the street. I work best meeting with people. I work best talking with them, and I'm not afraid to come out here. How you guys doing? Everything all right? Yes? You don't speak English very well? So, people are walking by. It's good to meet you. I just wanted to say hello. Okay. So, I meet people. When they speak English, they talk to me. Now, normally in a situation when I want to find out information, I will tap the son, because the children will know more English than their parents would. But I didn't want to disrupt this video. So this is where I work best. I heard a gunshot before I got on too. One that way, one that way. I don't know, actually, maybe both ways. The consummate for District 10 actually lives down the street where the library is, in a quiet neighborhood. He's mostly in his house. When you ask him about crime, he can't come out here. I can approach a black group of men, I can approach Latinos, anybody I want, and I can speak to them because I know how to speak to these people. And I just wanted to show you why I work best, out in the street. As a publisher, I would dress just like this, and I would walk out, and I would just start talking to people. And based on my character and my demeanor, they would be receptive to me. If it's a group of people that I fear, I would walk up to them and I would joke. You don't have to fear me as a colored person, and that would break the ice. The consummate instead, he wanted to do some kind of homeless sleep out, and within an hour of just sleeping under a bridge, he was scared for his life and he left. We don't need that in District 10. We need somebody who's brave and bold and willing to come out here. So I want to just quickly, I don't want to give you the history of what I want to give you right now, but I do want to tell you this. When I ran a newspaper in New Jersey, I exposed the government. I went after them, and I was warned by a gentleman whose father owned the Morning Call newspaper there for 40 years. He dealt with presidents, and he warned me, you go after corruption, they will come after you. They will find a way. They will create pretexts. They will distort your life. They will target you. But I'm a Christian, so I take my resources, my lead from the gospel. And Jesus wasn't afraid, so it's in my spirit not to be afraid, because he said, I'll protect you. I'll be with you in my battle. The battle is his, not mine. And so I reached into that and I continued. And they tapped into Judges. They tapped into their favorite newspaper called the Herald News, distorting things about me, trying to target me, discredit me. But I kept on the fight. It took me 4 years of fighting this specific Arab, Muslim, radical Islamic person that was targeting my Christian faith, was trying to destroy my newspaper. And now he's big friends with the judges and the governor and everybody else. This is happening in Dallas right now. You have a consummate here that is helping this Islamic mayor target me and target my family. They hired a private detective to target my family. And when I spoke up about it, they filed criminal charges for me defending my family. But you won't hear that from the Dallas Morning News. You won't hear that from the newspapers in New Jersey, because the Dallas Morning News found out that I told the Dallas Express, that if I'm elected, they're going to lose $2.3 million that they are getting easy from taxpayers, and we have to tighten the belt. They're going to keep the 1.3 for legal advertisement, and they were not very happy that I was going to do that. So they started distorting my record. They started distorting what the consummate did, what they were doing. What they are doing right now is that they're following me around. And when they see me, sometimes I put my signs on the side of the street. Sometimes I have a hammer. When I'm putting it out, sometimes I have a knife when I'm cutting it down. And he has a woman that chases me and takes photos and put it up online that I'm dangerous and all this kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. If you want to fall for that, you're going to have the same problems, the same crime. Everything that you have, you will continue to have. It is their job to follow me around. It is their job to find things on me. It is their job to set me up. When I was in New Jersey, they had a young girl that was trying to sit in my car, said she needed help. She wanted me to constantly drive her somewhere. And I said, okay, fine. When she came, I had my wife with me because I suspected it was the government trying to set me up. As soon as she saw my wife, she said, no, I'm sorry, I have to go. She walked out of the parking lot just like this, and it was fenced, and I walked behind her in a few minutes. She got into 2 black cars, unmarked cars, that law enforcement uses. That's what they do when you expose the corrupted officials. They set you up. They target you. So I want to show you my history of fighting corruption, of fighting incompetence in government. And the reason for this video, because people are going out and voting against me because the councilman has a false tale on his webpage, his Facebook page, saying, I'm dangerous, I had a knife, I was wielding it at his son and his woman. We're going to go to court with that. We're going to ask him to show us the video. The woman was taking hundreds of photographs of me snapping it. The knife was in a hidden position when she kept snapping it, trying to get a photo of it. And she got one photo. Nothing wielding, nothing threatening, but it was all to create a hatred and a dislike, because I know that this councilman has been a failure in this district. I tried for 3 years to reach out to him before he gave us $25 million in a tax increase. He refused to speak to me. Every time I had to go to the council meeting to confront him, refused to speak to me. And now that I catch him lying, now that I'm exposing him, he wants to have a secret meeting in a restaurant with me. I do not meet with corrupted officials secretly. I do not have secret backdoor meetings with someone that I deem corrupted. The purpose for those meetings are to quail you and hush you, pay you, bribe you, make you offers. And all I have to do is to say yes or even get myself involved in one of those meetings and I go to jail. So I asked him, are you willing to sign a letter that you're not going to have me arrested or set me up? And he said no. So that's what he was up to. And so that's why I rejected him. And now I'm refusing to meet with him. I do not meet with corrupted officials trying to set me up. I've been in this game a long time. So I came out here to show you where I work best. I came out here to show you what I do best. This is where the problems are. This is where I have been for 10 years as a publisher. I do not send my reporters out here. I come myself, because my reporter will come out here and they will see something and they will come back and report it, and I will come out here and I will see something in 10 things, maybe not 10, maybe 5, and said, you missed this, you missed that. There were people walking by. Did you ask them a question? Did you interview them? And none of that will be answered. So that's why I'm on the street myself. So you'll see me here. You'll see me in the Lake Highlands community. The wealthy people that thinks that I need a white person to protect me. Let me address that for you. Are you protected right now? You have elderly people driving around trying to look for people who are suspicious. You don't have anybody monitoring your community or looking for the breaks and the breach that could hurt you, kill you, rape you in your community. So here's how this looks. You are hiding in your home, trying to be secure. The Councilman Magoo is hiding in his home, trying to be secure. Who is out here watching? Who's out here looking? Who's out here observing and seeing where the crimes are and looking at the crime stats to implement programs, policies, action plans to stop it? Nobody. So if you're hiding in your house and he's hiding in his house, who's out here? I am. And that's why I decided to fight this election. I was trying to look for another minority, a minority, because it's 62% minority, and have that connections with the white community to stop the racism, to stop the discrimination, to stop the segregation. That over there, when you go over there, it's all mostly minority folks. Over that way is white folks. And you want to wait for the crime to spill over into your community because you didn't fix this community. When another mayor was running in Patterson, New Jersey, I told him, I said, Jones, if you do not spend the money on the children, the youth, and fix the problems in the black community and minority community on one side of town, it's going to spill over in the other side of town. You tell me, well, I don't see it that way. Guess what? It's spilled over. And if you Google Patterson, New Jersey right now, look at the crime rates, you will see massive crime, unemployment, dilapidated buildings, boarded up right around City Hall. And it went from bad to worse and worse. And that's what is happening here in Dallas. It's gone from bad, it's gone to worse. And this year, the police department is already reporting a 24% increase in violent crime. You can keep that. You can continue down this road. Adam Magoo will sit in his house, and if you ask him a question, he'll feed you to the government websites like he did when we had the snow problem. When we had the snow problem, I was out here. I was looking at the roads. I was videotaping the roads and telling folks, this is when you can come out, this is when you can't come out. I went to the stores, every store, looking for water and firewood and all the resources, and I reported that back to the people. That's what you do. That's what I do. The only time I saw him out was he was in a COVID-19 spreading bus, and there was nobody else in it, just himself. So I just want you to know, I'm going to tell you my history. I'm going to tell you the corruption that I fought. I'm going to show you the things that I published. I'm going to show you that I am an action person. I don't put you off to somebody else. And that's why I'm running. If there was another candidate that could run, I would say, good for you. You want to run? I would support that candidate. As long as that candidate is willing to fight for their people, all the people, not just the white people, all the people, and not go vote for Confederate monuments and disenfranchise the black community and tell immigrants, illegal immigrants and Latinos, you are not welcome to serve in the government. You can't say that to people and want to have that unity and equality. You can't do that. That's what he does. But he's hiding it. He's hidden it. He's hidden it very well. This is my job to take the lead because I want to let you know that things are going to get worse if he comes back. The crime is going to keep going. With me, I will be out here. I had a team of people, mostly Christian groups, that we dealt with crime in New Jersey. I used that Christian group to help the kids. I used that Christian group to help the mothers, the community, and we went after crime. We reduced crime. And the police department called me and gave me an award for it while I was at one of my meetings. 6 cops showed up and gave me all these perks, and I was like, for what? Because you have helped us. The cops here are only voting for Magoo, or not the cops, it's just a union, because they think he's going to defund the police. I told him I wasn't going to defund the police, so then it became a matter of race, and that's what it came down to. So this is why I'm out here. I want to show you where I'm going to be as your councilman, out here where the most dangerous places. Bring my team with me, my Christian team, law enforcement team, and the other teams that I put together. So note that I'm going to give you a full detail on myself. I'm going to explain how the news medias are paid for by politicians. I'm going to show you the sheets where they're paid, and they tap them to target other news medias that is trying to expose them. I'm going to show you how judges are connected to politicians, and when they need a favored judge to block you from filing complaints and punish you for it, I'm going to show you how that works. So that's about it what I wanted to say. This is where I work best, out in the street. I'm in a suit. I'm not afraid. I've never been afraid. I'm from New York. I'm a Christian. Christ was never afraid. I'm not afraid. And this is where I will be working for you. Not just in this intersection. There was a whole bunch of other places. And unless you're willing to be brave and to come out here and to take a look and to park your car in the middle of all of this and watch to see what's happening, you will never lead District 10 properly. Adam Magoo is going to, if you bring him back, he's going to sit in his house, he's going to enjoy the perks, he's on all these committees, all these boards, traveling, enjoying it, getting paid, and that's what you get. Let everybody else do the job, but I have not going to do anything, except for when, there's an event, I'll come take photos. That's what he's good for. He's good for. Me, I'm up front. I take the lead into the fight. I lead the fight. I don't put people in paid position and appointed position to do work and then come and take credit for it. I lead that, and I will pick people that I know will work with me. I don't want you home. I don't want you hanging out. I want you working. I want you driving through my community. I want you watching where the problems are. If it's dirty, if there are cones all over the place, how long is it going to be there? If it's filthy, if there's bags all over the place, how long are they going to be there? Why is it looking like this? I want to know. I want it fixed, and I want it cleaned out. And my signs are going to say, welcome to Dallas District 10. Keep it safe, keep it clean, or keep going. This is Sirrano. Thanks for watching. Wait for my video on the election, and I will tell you about the Dallas Morning News print on me. I will tell you the Herald Newsprint on me in New Jersey, why they do it, their purpose for doing it, and I'll show you the finances, the money that they get. Over there's $250,000, over here is $3.2 million. So it makes sense that they would try to keep the people in place that will give them that money. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.